Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Welcome to episode 684 of the Funny Music Podcast for March 9th, 2023. The title of this week's episode is Abandoned Waves of Stress. And I'm here with Luke Ski, who is at MarsCon's hotel. Hi, Luke.
Hi. And you're in a different hotel.
I'm in a hotel that doesn't have MarsCon in it, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
All hotels should have MarsCon in them at all times, just in case
I agree with you.
One of us shows up. So let's do the catch-up thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
Well, as you can expect, I have been finishing up MarsCon things.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and just, it's like, I don't want to give away, what few surprises I have for this weekend, but it's I had to work the past 6 days in a row, so I had to basically divide up my to-do list. I basically turned my the big window in my living room into like like just basically every task I need to get done I turned into a series of post-it notes, and I kind of categorized them by like various levels of importance or whatever, so that as I got things done I could like just take the post-it note off and like throw it away. So yeah, I managed to get nearly everything done that I wanted to get done. Certain things I decided like, all right, well, I'll take that off of my plate and switch it for something else or whatever. And yeah, so there's actually still a couple things I need to do here tonight, but it's all thoroughly manageable. So yeah, that's pretty much been it for me. What have you been up to?
Ironically, I've also been getting ready for MarsCon, although not for me. I've been getting your CDs ready and Steve Goody's CDs ready. And there's a whole long story involving jewel cases not showing up and then the wrong jewel cases showing up, which I put on the Insider, so I won't repeat it here. But let's just say things did not go according to plan. But Luke and Steve will have at least 25 CDs each, which should be enough to get them through the weekend. In other news, I got my first real audition the other day from one of those acting websites. And so I did the self-tape and I sent it in, and now I'm at the point where I'm second guessing everything I did, and I'm convinced that I suck and I'm never going to be any good at this. And, so that's, par for the course. And then last night was my last acting class of this session. It was that the end of acting 303. There's a new class that starts up next week, which I'm looking forward to. And a bunch of us went out after class to a little club up the street from the class, and it happened to be karaoke night at the place. So I performed White and Nerdy, and somebody filmed it, so that's going to be the bonus content on the next FuMP CD. So, all right, so let's get into the music for this week. Coming up first, I guess it doesn't matter. We can do it in the order it was posted. The return of Knuckleheadz with Let's Be Pirates.
I don't want to go to work today. I'm tired.
I don't want to go to school, Dad. Fourth grade is miserable.
Let's be pirates.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Pirate's life for me, yes.
Captain Nobi.
Hit us, mates, DVD. Pillaging and plundering and never saying thanks. Better give us all your Skittles.
Or we'll make you walk the plank.
And even though we never been on a boat before, we see a hook for the time, so we're good to go. We're bars, but we can't watch movies rated too young to drink rum.
Thank you at the bar.
Let's get a ship in a flame, let's go to crossbones. Let's sail to the seven seas and never come home. Let's get some hooks and a locker from Davy Jones.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's be pirates.
Let's start to act like Captain Jack in the movie. parrot named Pootie.
Let's get a treasure map and find lots of booty.
Yes, I'm excited.
Let's be pirates.
Yo ho, yo ho. A pirate's life for me. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Yo, a B to C.
Yo, we rifle and we loot.
And we never give a hoot.
We got scurvy because we never really eat enough fruit. Time to find some treasure.
X marks the spot.
We forgot the anchor.
So we climbed into a lock.
Now we're stranded on the island burning up in the sun. Johnny Depp made this crap look a lot more fun. Let's get a ship in a flight with skull and crossbones. Let's sail to the seven seas and never come home. Let's get some hooks and a locker from Davy Jones.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's be pirates.
Let's start to act like Captain Jack in the movies. Get an eye patch and a parrot named Pootie.
Let's get a treasure map and find lots of booty.
Yes, I'm excited.
Let's be pirates.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. You for me and you for you too. Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. Yo ho ho and a bottle of yoo-hoo. What you gonna do?
You said doo-doo. Haha.
Let's get a ship in a flight with skull and crossbones. Let's sail to the seven seas and never come home. Let's get some hooks and a locker from Davy Jones.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's be pirates.
Let's start to act like Captain Jack in the movies. Get an eye patch and a parrot named Pootie.
Let's get a treasure map and find lots of booty.
Yes, I'm excited.
Let's be pirates.
Let's get some swords and a cool black skull hat. Let's get a ripped up rum stained treasure map. Let's get scurvy.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, don't advise it.
Let's be pirates.
Let's get striped shirts, vests, and some peg legs. Let's never shower, stink, and have the bed head. Let's jump ship and find an Uber instead.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's be pirates. With no scurvy.
I'm here with the Knuckleheadz. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, good to see you, Devo.
You too. It's been a while.
It has been a while. We've been lazy.
Oh, is that what the hiatus was? You're just laziness?
That and writer's block.
Oh, okay. That works too. Yeah, because you guys were cranking out songs for a while, and then you just kind of stopped.
I know. Say it's been about a year.
Yeah. So tell us about being pirates.
Yeah, so I got a buddy who makes beats, and he sent me a bunch of beats, and I heard this one, and I was like, I think I could do something with this. And then me and Jax went to a pirate festival thing.
Pirate Day at Smith Mountain Lake.
Yeah, Pirate Days at Smith Mountain Lake. And I started thinking about that, looking at the pictures, and I'm like, wait a minute. We've never rapped about being pirates before. So it all just came together. And
nice.
For now on, we're pirates. All we're going to do is make songs about pirates.
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, Captain Dan is, not doing his thing anymore, so somebody's got to step up.
We'll join the scurvy crew.
Yes.
It is amazing how many pirate bands there are. There are tons of them.
Dad, we have 4 ideas for songs, so none of them mentioned pirates once.
Shut up, boy.
There are. Captain Dan's probably my favorite. Ailstorm, if you're into metal, is an amazing pirate metal band.
Yeah.
Jax likes Ailstorm.
I love Ailstorm. They're such great stuff.
Mexico.
Yeah.
In fact, Ailstorm is coming to New York City in May, and I may have to go see them.
Oh, they're also coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I thought about taking him, but
my mom.
Yeah, his mom wouldn't like it. Exactly. There's a lot of cursing and
there is. It's fine. 10. Yeah.
So it's fine at home.
It's fine at home. Yeah.
So congratulations. This song was number 4 on Dr. Demento's countdown this month.
Yes. Very excited about that. It's good to be back on there.
It's good to have a FuMP artist back on there.
Yeah. Has it been a while?
It's ever since his requests have kind of moved to the Facebook group. The Facebook group is dominated by people who listened to the show like 30-40 years ago. So they're like, hey, remember they're coming to take me away, haha. And then everybody likes it, and then that is number 1 for this month. I think that was number 1 this month, wasn't it?
I've noticed that. It's
yeah, it
seems
was.
like the Facebook group is mainly Weird Al, Barnes and Barnes, and like Shaving Cream, the classics.
Yeah. So but
not much of the new.
So that's what's been happening. So when I saw that you guys made number 4 this month, I was like, yes, we're back, baby.
Thank you. It was good to be back. And I check the Dr. Demento show every morning. I get up to check and see if we're on there every Saturday morning to see if we're on there. And so yeah, to see us at number 4, I was like, yes, we're back, baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. So congratulations.
I was hoping Insane Ian's new song would be on there. The Never Gonna Wear Pants Again. I love that one.
Where's the 2 ideas we have for songs currently?
The two new ones we're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
One with MCLR and one with Megaland.
yeah, we're pretty excited. We
And
for the third album, me and Jax are gonna do a song with MC Lars
Nice.
and also Mega Ran.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, we're excited.
Moving up in the world. All
I have
right.
a song idea that I'm doing just by myself. I wrote all of it at school today and on the bus. It's called Bill Lives on a Hill.
That's awesome. So you're doing the writing yourself this time?
Yeah.
He's doing some.
There's a few pages.
Have you written any of the other songs, or has your father written most of them?
No. I tried to write this one song. I got like half of the first verse song and I just gave up.
Well,
Songwriting's hard.
So here's the cover for it. Here's Bill Lives on a Hill.
Bill Lives on a Hill.
Number 4 Roanoke City bestseller. Yeah.
Poor
It's got
Jax,
ambition. I like it.
A few
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago, he wrote a song and he came up to me and he was like, Dad, I got this great idea for a song.
And I wrote it in bed and it was like for like 20 seconds long.
But then he was
But-
like, the chorus is go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja. And I was like, oh, I hate to break it to you.
And then like 2 days later, he told me that he just discovered it was a brand new song. He just
Oh, no.
discovered it was a song.
No, I knew.
When that was a lie because he already knew.
That's a song that people our age have heard quite a bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
many times. Yes.
When that one came out, it was part of the movie trailer, so it was all over television. You couldn't get away from it.
Yep. It was a Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, I don't even. We actually we have a song on the FuMP recently about that song. I don't know if you
Song about
heard.
a song.
Yes, TV's Kyle has a song called "I Have Never Heard a Turtle Get Down," or "I've Never Seen a Turtle Get Down."
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Because
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, in the song Vanilla Ice, one of the lines is, "Have you ever seen a turtle get down?" And Kyle's response is, "No, I've never seen a turtle get down, but thanks for asking." And he did a whole song about that. So
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna look that up right after this.
yeah, so check that out. It's a good tune.
Absolutely.
That's
So what are you working on?
Me?
Uh-huh.
I am working on 87 different projects, like all at once,
I love it.
right
That
now.
sounds about right.
I just wrote a screenplay today, so
Really?
there you go. Yes,
That's amazing. What's it about?
it's a short horror screenplay. It's gonna be like a 10-minute film. Guy checks into a hotel room, gets haunted by a ghost, dies. The end. Basically it. And I wrote it because I'm going to a hotel this weekend with my son for his swim state championships. And I'm going to have a lot of downtime. And my brain was like, you know what? We should film a horror movie while we're there. And
That
so
is awesome.
I wrote it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to film it, but I'm going to try. So
Well, if you need a cameo, you did a cameo for us, so
you never know. Sure. And of course I have 13 different songs in the works, and I do have a new album I'm planning, and I have just all this other stuff plus the
Nice.
FuMP and all the stuff that goes along with that. It's just
Do you have a title for the new album?
we talked about this last week. What the hell was it? I'm blanking on the name of my own album again. Yes. Wasn't Mouth Noises, it was The Stench of Comedy. That's what it was.
The Stench of Comedy.
The Stench of Comedy.
I like it.
Because I have this whole bit about comedy artists. They start out as comedy and then they slowly back away and transfer into more serious work because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
And then eventually some of them are like, they distance themselves from comedy so much that they don't want to get the stench of comedy on them because they're afraid it will ruin their career. And I have no such fear. So
I love it. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. We're trying to come up with a title for our third album, and we just can't come up with anything yet.
what were your first two titled?
First one was No Sleep Till Bedtime, and second one was Mo Money, Mo Legos.
Okay.
So we're doing like other popular album, but changing the name a little.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to do something with Mama Said Knock You Out, but
Yeah.
hadn't come up with much.
Mama said go to bed.
Mama said go to bed. Yeah, there you go.
What was that one idea?
You got it.
What was that one idea I had?
But Jax, for the last album, we almost called it. It was a play on DMX's first album. It was going to be called "It's Dark and My Nightlight Is Broken."
Yeah,
That's great.
What was my idea for the third album name?
Uh,
I made up one at Sam's.
did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You have to do something. Enter the 36 something.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
I have one. I got like mom said finish your food or something. Like mom said like eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Mama said turn that light out.
Mama said turn that light on. There you go.
All right. Do you guys have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, mama said no worry too.
So we are currently working on a song called Get Puppies, Get Kittens with MC Lars. And then working on a song called Party with Your Parents with Megaran. I saw Megaran was working on his own kids album.
Oh,
so
cool.
I was like, oh, nice. So I sent him a message. I'm like, since you're making a kids album and you're in that mode anyway. So hopefully to get both of those done by the end of April.
Nice.
And hopefully the third album will be out by summer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, best of
we
luck
got
with
about
it.
half of it done. We still need to make some skits.
Dad, should I read the? Can we The Bill Lives on a Hill?
Do you want to hear some of Jax's new rap he wrote here?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah.
Bill lives on a hill.
My name is Bill. I live on a hill. I'm very chill. Got a pet cat named Jill. Dad named Phil. Got a sister too. Her name's Jill. Last name ain't Bill. My middle name's Will. Got a fish. She has more than one gill. I like it in Joey. 2 cousins named Joey and Millie. My fish named Tilly. I got a mom too, and I call her Sarah. Bill, Hill, Phil, Till, Dill, Mill, Will, Jill, Kill, Dill, Twill, Pill, Jill, Phil, Chill, Sil, Silly, Millie, Tilly, Joey, Philly, Dilly, Joey. Yesterday at my school, Joey Crossing Elementary School, we had a fire drill. Bill, Hill, Chill, Jill, Phil, Till, Mill, Will, Gill, Chili, Joey, Millie, Tilly, Dilly, Drill. Those are all the rhyming words in the song so far. But I live on a hill, and my name is Bill. My sister is my sister is Till. I'm Chill. My dad is named Phil, and yes, my pet cat is named Jill. My fish Tilly does indeed have more than one gill. I also do like eating chili. My 2 cousins are named Millie and Joey. Every word I've said in the song so far are facts. Want some more facts? I got tons.
That's great.
Special thanks to I had a special thanks to my pencil. I literally could not have done it without my pencil. Special thanks to Target. Target gave me the paper for this. The dollar store, they gave me my eraser. King's Queen, the shirt shop, they gave me the stapler. And the city of Venice, because they had the store that I bought, the pencil flum.
He doesn't think anybody, just places.
He's thorough, and I'll give him that.
On a hill.
It's going to be Dr. Demento is going to be all over that.
Yes, he might actually. That's Kid's got skills.
Tomorrow at drums, we could finish that in at least 25 minutes.
Yes,
that'd be very easy too.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Devo. And hey, sorry for being late. I apologize.
No worries. It's great to have you guys back.
Thank you.
And
good to be back. Thank you for all your support.
Best of luck with the new album and the new songs and stuff. Looking forward to hearing those.
Thank you, Devo. Love you guys.
Later.
All right, bud.
The world's longest running comedy music concert series is back.
Hello, MarsCon people!
Those were enthusiastic woos. MarsCon 2023 is taking place March 10th through 12th at the Hilton Minneapolis St. Paul Mall of America Hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Coming up here, I was gathering up all my supplies, Fuji's, Golden Deliciouses, Red Deliciouses, Granny Smiths. But I was able to make it to Minnesota after compiling my Minneapolis list.
This year's event will have performances by Robbie Ellis, Klingon Pop Warrior, Nuclear Bubble Wrap, The Odd Ditties, Holy Bongwater, Regdar and the Fighters, The Great Luke Ski, TV's Kyle and Linzilla, Insane Ian, Steve Goody, Il Nay, Meow Meme, and this year's music guest of honor, Bonnie Gordon.
I'm working on 6 projects, cause I can't focus on one. With everything all at once, nothing never gets done. Some say it's a problem, something wrong with my brain. The rules of society raise my anxiety, I wouldn't change a thing
Registration for a weekend badge is $70. To pre-register and for more info on MarsCon, visit marscon.org.
I walked away with the microphone so you guys get to still hear me. I'm holding the loud stick.
But whether you're attending or not, you can still help out by ordering the MarsCon 2023 Comedy Music Track Fundraiser album. Available as an MP3 download for $30, it's just under 4 hours of highlights from all of the live concerts from MarsCon 2022.
It's a song about adorable little muffins.
I said adorable little muffins! Thank you! Jeez!
This year's album includes comedy music by MarsCon 2022's music guests of honor, TV's Kyle and Linzilla.
Lindsay remembered the cowbell.
If you'd like to hear a free 30-minute preview of the collection, there's a link to download that at our website.
There's certain tunes that we've done over the years that are whimsical, but there are some that are just downright effing weird.
You can order and download the album right now from the shop page at marsconcomedy.com.
Can we get a chant here going? Come on, folks.
Thanks for listening, Funny Music fans, and we hope to see you all at MarsCon 2023.
I apologize for those things that pretended to be notes.
Thank you for attending. No autographs today.
Weird.
Time for Funny Music News. Something.
In the news, the Weird Al Burlesque Kickstarter is almost over and it's almost funded. Let me get an updated total. All right, they're looking to raise $115,000. They are up to $98,961. So they are very close. They have 27 hours to go as of this recording. So if you would like to help them reach their goal, go to Kickstarter.com, look for Showgals, a documentary, the Weird Al Burlesque show, and help them out. Also, you can go to beartobestupid.com.
Wait, you said they're at 98,000?
Yes. 98,900, so almost 99,000.
Yeah, so they're very close. They need $16,000, but they're very close.
Yes, well, I mean, yeah. The fact that they've raised almost $100,000 is kind of impressive. So, and that's all the news I have. Do you have anything else to report on MarsCon? You're there now.
I'm here now. If people want to personally help me out, they can still get the fundraiser album and stuff. Because, at this point, any funds that are raised are basically helping me pay for things that I, bought or will buy with my own money to help make the, convention happen. I mean, yeah, they're just, and obviously I should say, for those of you who aren't showing up here in person, we will be broadcasting the audio over Dementia Radio at dementiaradio.org, and we'll be having audio and video via Twitch. So follow me on my social media. Follow the MarsCon Comedy Music Track on Twitter. It's at MarsCon Comedy, and I believe that is also what it is on Facebook. But in any case, just follow us all weekend, and I'll be sending off the links to remind people to tune in. And when new acts come up, if assuming that I remember to do it at the beginning of each set, I'll let everyone know, hey, here's who's performing now. Tune in. So even if you're at home, or even if you're at a hotel because of a swim meet, you can still tune in and enjoy all the fun this coming weekend. And I'm really psyched to see all of the acts perform. I think Bonnie's going to do an amazing show, and I know there's some other fun surprises coming in the Dementia Smackdown, or the Comedy Music Smackdown concert. So yeah.
All right.
Something else I'm kind of surprised you didn't mention in the news, Robert Hamer.
Didn't we mention that last week, or did that not happen since last week?
I thought that happened more recently. I mean,
you're right. I think it did. Robert Hamer from Barnes and Barnes passed away. He was one half of Barnes and Barnes. So that sucks.
Yeah. I'm very happy. Mike Hoffman, who was one of the people that ran the Alcon conventions, he and Amanda made a behind the music parody thing for Dr. Demento called Behind the Dementia for Alcon 2000, and he filmed some great footage of Art and Artie Barnes just being silly and playing music and making up stuff. And one of my favorite memories of Robert Hamer was him like at a piano making up new lyrics to Barnes and Barnes that had to do with Dr. Demento and stuff, and it just gets to a point where Bill Mumy just breaks and starts laughing. And I always thought that clip was great, so I mentioned that in one of the posts on Facebook, and I asked Mike Kaufman, is there any way you can like post that full footage? And he was able to find it, and he posted it to the Vubaha Barnes and Barnes fan group, and possibly to a couple other places, but yeah, I was so happy to see that full footage because it just really showed how great and how funny both of them are as a team. And I'm really happy that we got him out virtually to FuMPFest. So
he was one of the guests we had at FuMPFest in 2021 as the Dr. Demento Sidekicks panel, and we brought him and Jungle Judy in over Zoom. So we got to interview him at FuMPFest, which was great.
Yeah. So he's in all of our thoughts. I can only assume that Dr. Demento is going to be putting together, an episode all about, looking back at his career, both as a part of Barnes and Barnes and solo.
Yeah.
And the recent stuff. And the recent stuff he did with Napoleon the 14th, I think it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. On Mondays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. The 10th through the 12th in Bloomington, Minnesota, Bonnie Gordon and a lot of other people at MarsCon, along with Luke Ski there. On the 11th in Oakland, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 16th in Akron, Ohio, Toby Danger. On the 18th in Hershey, Pennsylvania, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. And birthdays coming up on the 11th, Derwood Bowen. Happy birthday, Derwood. All right, second song of the week, based on a new horror movie which just came out. Here is Outwaters by Jeff Whitmire.
Well, I thought up a plan and it's kind of foreboding. To that Mojave we're gonna embark. Bad vibes are coming, at night we hear something. That trailer did say we all die in the dark. Those Outwaters, desert strolling. Got the sketchy tune, needs a video for MTV. Grab a camera, keep it rolling. Sun is setting soon, but I really don't wanna leave. Vibration, shake my soul and something in these tunes wants to take a bite out of me. Yeah, though it's too dark for sight, feeling like everything in the middle of a nowhere sounding loud at night. All the hope quickly drains down, memory cards just remain now, that's all. Well, Angie came to do hair, my brother Scott is helping me. Michelle is singing her new song so well. Yeah, but tell you here among that drifting sand, it went bat crazy wrong, 'cause we were heading down a bloody road to hell. We came out here among the drifting sand just to film a little bit and get a tan. Yeah, but we can't need another plan. Now I wanna fucking pack up my things and get real gone. I fear we'll be a million pieces, and it was coming till the shit just hit the fan. Till the fan got us in a jam. One mama scared of its bang heads crash and dumb. I wish we knew how far this desert span. Can we get an Uber out in no man's land? We'll take them all. Guess it's time to ram. I think some slimy thing just touched my hand. Sitting ducks is what we are, straight from the can. Show them all. Pretty clear we're damned.
I'm here with Jeff Whitmire, almost literally, because apparently I drove to Pennsylvania and he's here, like in the next town. So, hi, Jeff.
Hi, Devo. How are you?
Good. I could have just come to your house and done this.
You could have. I got a perfect spot right in the studio.
So, tell us about this song. Actually, yeah, tell us about the song first, and then we'll talk about the movie.
Okay. The song is Outwaters, and it's a parody of Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers. And I was actually asked. Screenbox is the company that was helping to produce this movie, and they put it on their streaming service. Like Shudder, and they had reached out to me. They had heard Art the Clown, the song I did for Terrifier 2, and they said, we really like that. If we send you a screener, do you want to check it out? Maybe do a song for it. And I love the movie, and as soon as I heard the title, I knew what song I would do it to. If it all worked out. And as I was watching the movie, the lines basically wrote themselves, and I can explain that later. But so yeah, I reached out to Two Sleeps, and I said, we got to do this like a trailer, chop it down to 220 so it can fit on Twitter timeline, because they were gonna Screenbox was gonna post it on their site.
Oh,
and
cool.
Yeah, they were actually gonna promote it and post it on their site, and Bloody Disgusting actually joined in. They're a really big horror review site and everything.
Yeah.
And Bloody Disgusting produced Outwaters. And so yeah, they were posting it and sharing it and everything. And so I knew we'd have to cut it down. So I sat down and figured out the best chunks, the chunks that I would want to use for the song. And I said to Two Sleeps, can we fuse this together, and he's like, I really want to do the whole song, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it, me too. But because he's like, this is so much fun, and he's but yeah, he came up with a perfect track for it, and I wrote the lyrics, and I did the song like a trailer and posted the video that way. And so yeah, it was fun. It was kind of a challenge for me, because I'm known for being very spoilery ever since I've been doing the horror stuff. I'll do a horror song and I'll spoil the whole movie, because I usually justify it in my head, like Psycho. I mean, it's a 1950s, 60s movie. So, but yeah,
if you haven't seen it by now,
if you haven't seen, yeah, and every once in a while I get a few, like Midsummer, when I drop the Midsummer one, they're like, it's new, just too new. But then people were saying they saw the movie because of it, but which is cool. But yeah, so I wanted to do it just as a trailer. So I watched the movie twice. I watched the trailer, and I said, I'm going to stick to what people would know watching the trailer. And I got a little panicked, because I DM'd them back, and I said, do you want me to do a video like I typically do? They're like, yeah. I'm like, can I get footage? I can't use a screener. There's no YouTube clips. And they're like, well, there's going to be a couple trailers in here. Yeah. So fortunately, they dropped just enough trailer that I was able to make the video out of it.
Cool.
And I set it up. I figured I would put like the little the blurbs, like the review blurbs in there, and just make it just a trailer, which I thought was it was fun. It was
such a great idea. I love the idea of the song as a trailer.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, and then I snuck references to the movie in there, but nothing so overt, like lines like "show them" is a big pivotal point in the movie. But in the song, you're not going to get that until you get to that point in the movie. It doesn't spoil anything. So
okay. So what did you think of the movie?
I loved it. It's actually I knew when I watched it. There's been a rash of these recently with these indie films that are really experimental. Skinamarink is the other big one. Skinamarink and Outwaters, and
Skinamarink I did not like. I found that very boring.
In the case of both, when I did like Skinamarink, but in the case of both, when I watched them, I said these are gonna be polarizing. They're gonna divide people, and the execution is a big factor. If it's either you buy into the execution or you don't. Like you said, a lot of people are just like, no, they're not gonna sit through Skinamarink. But Outwaters, I think, is different in that probably more happens than Skinamarink, but it's the way it happens, I think, divided people. And it was fun watching it as it started to pick up and people were watching, because I was already promoting it in my usual way, and like, you got to see this, you got to check it out. And I could see the divide happening with people and coming on like, what did you like about this? Or, oh no, I love that. That was so good. I did a live tweet, and the people that live tweeted along enjoyed it. But I loved it. It was unique. It wasn't the typical found footage film. But no, I loved it. I thought it was really, really clever. And the fact that it was about a group filming a music video.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was able to buy into that more. So a lot of people in found footage, they say that the part that drags is the beginning, when it's just them walking around and interviewing. And
yeah, I saw a review of it. There's a YouTuber I follow named Spooky Astronauts. Her name's Emma.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with her, but
yeah.
she reviews horror and thrillers and stuff. And she recently, after I heard your song, I saw that she posted a review of the movie. So I watched her review of the movie, and she was kind of split on it herself. She enjoyed it. She gave it a positive review, but she said it did drag in parts. And she said like the movie was like almost split evenly in half, where the first part is them trying to film the music video, and then the second part is things go off the rails.
And when it goes off the rails, it's a completely different movie. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a very dark movie. It's a lot. I mean, there's a lot you can't see. The selling point of the movie is the sound design. I watched.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it with headphones one of the times on my laptop, and that was the best experience I had.
Okay.
Because I was in the dark and I had the headphones on, and it was like, and which is also what I did with Skinamarink. But so there, the yelling, the screaming is right there. So there, you're in a dark place. And that to me is more of the immersion factor of it. I think that's where it worked for me. Now I did watch it on my big screen too one night, and just hanging out watching it, and but that was like on my third watch, so I picked up things that I hadn't seen before and realized there was a lot that was happening at the beginning that was setting up things later. So I picked up a lot too, and I enjoyed it even more. But
yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a chance. I mean, just because I didn't like Skinamarink doesn't mean I'm going to write this one off. But
no, they're two very different movies.
Yeah.
So.
They're being compared a lot though.
They are,
so
yeah. And then the directors aren't helping, because they always do the whole thing like we're showing these movies together, and they're like, but they're both cool guys. I've interacted with both of them on Twitter, the directors of both movies, and
cool.
But because they're in the same boat, they know that they both released these indie films that managed to get a theatrical release and split audiences. So I think they're enjoying that ride too.
It's funny,
a few years ago these.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say a few years ago these movies wouldn't have even been in theaters. So
yeah, exactly.
That's a high point.
So that's awesome. But I saw some reviewer talking about Skinamarink, and he's like, this movie is so polarizing that like on a scale of 1 to 10, people are either giving it a 12 or a -3.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. And it's opened up a lot of good discussion now. It's opened up got a lot of good debate, and I'm a big fan of that. I'm kind of notorious. I'm not a big fan of film bashing, like just bashing a film to bash it. If you don't like it, or you like a film, let's talk about what you didn't like or what you did like, and and it's opened up some really good discussion in that area.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the appeal of Skinamarink, and I think like if I had seen it in theaters, I might have enjoyed it better. But I watched it on my laptop in bed, right before I went to bed, so I was a little tired. And
right, and literally, it's slow pace.
It's a very slow film, and I literally fell asleep halfway through it.
Yeah,
and
right.
Had to watch the second half of it the following night.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I didn't give it a fair shake or something, but yeah. But I'm definitely looking forward to Outwaters. It looks really interesting.
Yeah, awesome.
So your song's not in the movie, right? It's not like part of the soundtrack or play over the end credits or anything.
No. That would probably come off weird. I did hear that the director liked it though. He got a kick out of it apparently.
Okay, cool.
And his mom liked it. His mom's actually really active on social media too, and it's adorable. But his mom's in the movie too. But no, they it was just kind of released at the same time. So they reached out to me a few weeks before the movie was going to drop in theaters, and said, why don't we drop this around the same time? So that it came out in theaters, and then the day after they posted it on social media. So it was like a companion piece, which is cool.
That's awesome. So yeah, so your next step is to get your song playing over the end credits of a
that's
horror movie.
That's the goal. That would be. I mean, even if I did jokingly say if anyone wants to hire me out to do trailers, I'd be fine with that too. But getting a song in a movie, that would be in a horror movie, that would be awesome.
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Definitely keep your eyes peeled for on my YouTube channel, because I have a song coming up right now that I'm working on. I jokingly say it's the most Jeff Whitmire song I've ever done, because I think it's going to be a good one, because I've been really into the horror thing recently the last few years, but I think it's a good merger of the horror me and the comedy music me. So
all right,
that's gonna be popping up, and Stabby Road should be out soon. I know I've been saying this for a while now. We've hit delays, we've life things, and we're 2 songs away from finishing Stabby Road. So that's going to be available. I'll be posting it all over Facebook and Twitter and everything. It'll be available on Bandcamp and physical.
All right, can't wait to hear that.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Devo. Have a good one.
You too.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. 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 You know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback. Feedback.
Feedback.
Hamner Hack. Hamner Hack wrote, "Hey guys, I have a suggestion for this week's Spotify. Yesterday was International Women's Day, so who better than putting out a list of dudes singing about women? You know, like Tom Paul Glasser's Put Another Log on the Fire and Steve Goody's Walk of Shame, songs that depict the women's struggle." It's a good idea. I've actually done that, so I've already put together a playlist for this week based on that suggestion, so thank you.
One sleep. That's nice. 2 sleeps.
And 2 Sleeps wrote, "Excellent choice putting Psycho Stick on the weekly playlist. Also, I really enjoyed the Big 5-0, especially the fine print on the AARP card. Also, Candy Bars is a straight banger. Also, isn't my new bumper cool?" Yeah, he has a new bumper. You'll have to go back and listen.
Draconis alert. Draconis alert. Draconis alert.
And Draconis wrote, "Hey guys, Knuckleheadz, are you prepared for the concert scene yet? Jeff, is your wit mired by comedy songs all the time? Luke, have you abandoned waves of stress dealing with MarsCon yet?" Yeah, Devo, with how work is, will you ever abandon your waves of stress? You know what's going on this weekend? You know why. That's nothing to do with MarsCon. I mentioned this during, I think it was the Knuckleheadz interview, but I'm going to be in this hotel for 3 days. There's going to be a lot of downtime, and I was like, "Hey, that's a good opportunity to catch up on all these projects I'm behind on, or I could do something new." Guess where my brain went? So,
the new thing.
Yeah. All right, teasing. Tomorrow's song is by Insane Ian. And Tuesday's song is not yet posted, Luke.
You know it's done. You literally have the track, the mastered final track.
Well, if you don't post it, I will. So there.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, the Spotify playlist topic is songs about women by men. All right. Knuckleheadz are at where are Knuckleheadz? They're at knuckleheadz.bandcamp.com. And Jeff Whitmire is at jeffwhitmire.com and Jeff Whitmire 47 on YouTube for some reason. I have to ask him where the 47 came from because he uses it all the time. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I guess I'll just plug myself by saying that I have my new album dropping, this week at MarsCon, and if things go the way I am hoping they will with Songcast, I will have I'll have the new album Needlessly Meta not just up on Bandcamp, but also up finally on like Spotify and Apple Music and all the other places. So hopefully that will happen on Tuesday. They said they were setting it up for that. Let me just ask you real quick. So it's, I seem to have gotten, all the music is uploaded. They finally approved all my titles, which was annoying because, like, they won't capitalize the Great Luke Ski the way I want it to with the lowercase t and g. And like for like the dumb parody ideas, it's capital letters, D period, P period, I period, and then number whatever. They have capital D period, lowercase p period, lowercase I period. Like they make all of the words like they won't have FuMP be like capital F, small u, capital M, capital P. They basically have whatever their code is go through and like change all of that stuff to whatever they feel it should be.
I've never had that problem.
So
I've always capitalized your songs the way you like it, and all the stuff is. I've never had that. I've never had them like recapitalize any of my songs. The only thing they ever gave me grief on was somebody had a song with profanity in the title, and on the FuMP it was listed as censored, and they came back and they said don't censor the song titles, and I'm like, but that's how it's titled. And we went back and forth on it. I don't remember where we ended up with that particular song, but that's the only time I ever had any trouble with titles with them.
Yeah, it's like for well, I don't know, whatever. It's just boring stuff. I don't want to keep the podcast going just for this. Anyway, the point is that Needlessly Meta, I'll have it up at Bandcamp. If it isn't up, if you don't see it up by like the end of the day Sunday, I'll definitely have it up by Tuesday, and then hopefully Tuesday is also the day that it'll also be on. Oh, that was the specific question I was going to ask. So I have all the stuff submitted, and I'm seemingly like in waiting. I know like the monthly $6 or whatever $5.99 fee, I saw that in my bank account, but the $19.99 fee for the album hasn't gone through yet. So is that because it's still like processing, or like I just
I don't know. I normally just take that fee out of the royalties they owe us, so I don't know how long that takes to process. I know it normally takes like a good week and a half or so to get the songs up on like iTunes and Spotify and stuff. So if you just submitted them the other day, they're not going to be up like right away.
Okay, because I did ask them if we could make the release date on it, this Tuesday. So I assume that meant that it would be up on all those platforms on Tuesday. But if that's not the case, then whatever. So I guess that's beyond my control. But I was just wondering if I should consider the fact that the $19.99 hasn't been charged as a sign that they haven't approved it, because they're still going through it with a fine-tooth comb, and wondering if they're going to give me any crap about the parodies or whatever. So
yeah, I've never had any trouble with them with parodies. They are rightfully so picky about like copyrighted characters and album art and stuff, but your cover doesn't have any problem with that.
Yeah, this time it was just easier for me to go with those images and not create anything parodying anything else. So anyway, all right, let's wrap things up.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski.
And other people were not here because I'm not here either. I'm away.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org, and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
"Please call them back. Please call them back. Please call them back. Please call them back."